Last week here on Thursday Night Thunder, it came down to the Chevrolet and Wildhair, the Ford and Black Stallion. Both of them had a great race and it was a shootout to the finish line. However, Rich Wagner and the Wildhair Chevrolet came out on top, getting his record 12th victory. Is he going to stay on top here tonight? We find out next.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 3 of the June season on Thursday Night Thunder. 16 of MTA'S Baddest Diecast Monster Trucks are about to go head-to-head in side-by-side drag racing fashion. Rich Wagner and Wildhair is the man to beat tonight. Can anybody dethrone the 12-time champion? USA 1, Midnight Rider, Rage, Gravedigger, Dragonoid, Excalibur, all your favorite trucks are here and ready to go as we get set to kick off round 1 action. There you see the champion on top. He's looking to defend that flag with some success right here tonight. And kicking off round 1 action, we're going to take a look at the bracket. And up first, it's going to be Monster Mutt taking on USA 1. Then High Roller takes on the Midnight Rider. The Iron Outlaw Ford takes on Dragonoid, and to close out the first half of round 1, Rage will take on Blue Thunder. Now, Johnny Retlaw and Excalibur, he takes on Rich Wagner in round 1 to close things out. We'll see if he can knock the champion off his throne. And up first, Jalen Buford from Outlaw Motorsports and the USA 1 Chevrolet. He is now set to take on Matthew Riley, the 2020 Summer Heat Shootout champion in the Monster Mutt Husky, driving for the Dog Pound Race Team. Now, you guys heard me mention those teams. This season is the last season we're doing teams on the MTA YouTube channel just for a little while. Everybody's going to be running solo. Now up first in round 1, USA 1 taking on the Husky. Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. They're pretty even, up and over no man's land here, and what a race! Riley gets it up on the wall there, but I'm not sure if Jalen Buford and USA 1 may have passed him right there in the shutdown area. Jalen Buford, USA 1, putting on a bad fast pass, but Matthew Riley hanging right there with him in Monster Mutt Husky. Let's go back and take a look at an MTA photo finish. Your winner's going to be Jalen Buford and USA 1 by merely inches over the Husky. And next up in round 1 competition, Justin Lamb and the Midnight Rider, a former driver for Outlaw Motorsports, making his own name. Now set to take on Tyler Fugate, who's been out here one season before in the High Roller Ford. Now, the High Roller is a front-engine design truck running on coil-over shocks. It's a little bit differently set up than the Midnight Rider, which is rear-engine on nitrogen gas shocks. Who's going across that finish line first? Midnight Rider taking on High Roller. There's the green light now. They're even off the line. Up and over no man's land here. Fugate gets in trouble. And Justin Lamb and Midnight Rider will pick up the win here in round 1 competition. Midnight Rider's coming back. Tyler Fugate, a tough break for him. He'll be back in the last week of the June season. And next up in round 1, we've got Aaron Church and Bakugan Dragonoid, built by him, sent in here to the MTA YouTube channel. The truck looks immaculate. He is now set to take on Jamie Hurd at Ottauquechee, Kansas, driving the Iron Outlaw Ford Expedition there staged in the far lane. He wants to get a big win out here tonight and claim his first Thursday Night Thunder Championship, but Aaron Church is looking to throw a wrench directly in his plan. Iron Outlaw and Dragonoid stage. There's the green light down the straight stretch. Outlaw's got a slight lead. Dragonoid coming back. Hurt turns it over. And what a save there by Aaron Church across the finish line. Bakugan Dragonoid keeping it on all fours there across the line. Jamie Hurd found himself in a little bit of trouble. He tried to drive out of it and hit that center jump in the middle of the track. Jamie Hurd is upside down here. Let's go back and take a look at an MTA replay and try to figure out what happened. You see him coming off the line. The lead goes to Jamie Hurd and Iron Outlaw. Watch right here as they go over no man's land. Hurd gets a little out of shape and Iron Outlaw gets crossed up and just caught a bad bounce. Look at the near lane though. Aaron Church with an incredible save. He'll move on to round 2. And next up in round 1, Charlie Stevens in the Blue Thunder Ford, a former one-time Thunder champion, now set to take on a rookie sensation who has been taking MTA by storm. This is Rudy Zilligy in Rage, the brand new truck making its debut on Thursday Night Thunder. He has got it dialed in. The crew has got some immaculate parts, and they are ready to go to try to knock off Week 4's May season winner, Charlie Stevens in Blue Thunder. Who's going on to round 2? Blue Thunder taking on Rage. Here's the green light now. Down the straight stretch they go. Slightly to Blue Thunder, but Rudy Zilligy coming back, and Blue Thunder turns it over. What a race there. They were dead even all the way down to the shutdown area. Blue Thunder and Charlie Stevens, looks like he caught a side of that van stack, turns the truck over, and we will see Rage back in round 2 competition. A tough break here for Charlie Stevens and Blue Thunder. He was making a run for his money, ended up turning the truck over. As we go back down to an MTA replay, you see him right here coming off the line. Blue Thunder holds a slight lead over Rage. Rudy Zilligy knew he had to put the hammer down, and watch him right here flat land it in no man's land and keep the power down. In the far lane, Charlie Stevens got a little crossed up, tanked the side of the van stack, and turned the truck over. Now the MTA track crew and officials are down there making sure he's okay. He's already out of the truck. Safety officials are looking him over. He is good to go. All the safety equipment coming into play, and it looks like he snapped off the right front tire as the officials roll the truck back over. He's got a lot of work to do with his crew to bring Blue Thunder back next week for the June season. Now moving on with round 1 competition. Timothy Cantwell, the cowboy from hell, former 4-time Thunder champion. He's back in Bounty Hunter. However, bad to the bone for 40 years, Mike Canzoneri out of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina in Gravedigger. He draws up against the Bounty Hunter, which is staged over here in the near lane. Now, they call him the cowboy from hell, Timothy Cantwell, and Bounty Hunter. I more or less say he's the mouth of the South because he's always got something to say on the MTA Facebook page. Nonetheless, Gravedigger takes on Bounty Hunter. Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. Ford and Chevrolet, Gravedigger's got a lead. Cantwell coming back on him. Both trucks making an incredible pass right here in round 1. I'm not even sure who got the win, whether it was Cantwell and Bounty Hunter or Canzoneri and the Gravedigger. We are going down now to an MTA photo finish. Let's take a look and see who won that incredible race. Your winner is going to be Bounty Hunter by merely a tire length. Not much, but does get the win. And next up in round 1, Cam Blank out of Columbus, Michigan in the 1957 Chevy Bel Air, known as Avenger, now set to take on the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper, a former 6-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, formerly driving Mountaineer and the U.S. Air Force Afterburner, kind of going out on his own here in his brand new Air Force monster truck. Who's going on to round 2? Avenger set to take on Air Force. Here's the light now. As it goes green down the straight stretch, Avenger's got a lead on him. Skipper's in trouble. Comes back on him. I'm not sure who did get the win. Both of them coming across the line there almost at the same time. And we're going to go back and take a look at an MTA photo finish. Cam Blank and Avenger had a big-time lead on the Air Force down the straight stretch. Skipper put the hammer down in no man's land, and your winner by merely inches, the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper in Air Force. And next up to the line, Nathan Smith in Monster Mutt. He is now set to take on Joey Andrews, representing K&J Motorsports out of Hagerstown, Maryland, and Black Stallion. Made it all the way to the finals last week. You know he's going to make it to the top one of these days. Again, so close last week, making it all the way to the final round. A little hiccup there coming out of no man's land on that first stack of cars. Can he get past Monster Mutt here in round 1? We're about to find out. There's the green light now down the straight stretch. Monster Mutt's got a lead, and Black Stallion pulls the trigger. What an incredible race. Ladies and gentlemen, Joey Andrews flat out let the Ford horsepower come all out there through no man's land. He came back on Monster Mutt in the end, and we've confirmed he is your winner over Monster Mutt. What an awesome race, and nonetheless, moving on, Johnny Retlaw in the Excalibur Chevrolet gets first crack at the now 12-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, Rich Wagner in the Wild Hair Chevrolet. The checkered flag flying high off the back of his truck for a record 12th time. But Johnny Retlaw in Excalibur, he's been on the down and outs here in the June season. He's looking to turn it around here. Both trucks staged. There's the green light now down the straight stretch. They're even through no man's land here, and Johnny Retlaw, Excalibur, knocks the champion off early in round 1. We're going to see the old square body Chevrolet and Excalibur come back for round 2. He knocks off the champion early here tonight. Rich Wagner's on the trailer. He'll be back, though, next week And he may have a little revenge for old Johnny Retlaw in Excalibur. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll wrap up round one action. I want to remind you guys that coming at the end of June 25th to be exact, 32 of MTA's best diecast monster trucks are going to be competing head-to-head for the Wild Card Championship. Don't forget it, the end of the month, June 25th, for Wild Card, you'll see some great, wild, and crazy diecast monster truck racing action. And that'll also wrap up round one competition. Don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more great racing yet to come. We'll be back with round two after the break. What's going on, MTA fans? If you're looking to get in on the action right here on the MTA YouTube channel, look no further. I'm about to tell you guys just how you can sign up to get in one of these races. Head over to the link in our description, and that's going to take you right over to our Facebook page where we hold registration for all of the MTA events. And hey, while you're there, crush that subscribe button. Be sure to turn on the notification bell so you stay up to date with everything that MTA is doing. From new custom truck builds to special events and giveaways, you don't want to miss any of the great action MTA has to offer. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll catch you guys down the road. Back here now on Thursday Night Thunder with round two competition, but first we're going down to the pits. Johnny Retlaw had something let go in the front end of the truck when he chased down Rich Wagner and Wild Air, and then Charlie Stevens, who rolled the truck over there in round one. Blue Thunder's getting repaired. The crew is down there thrashing. He is hoping to come back next week and put Blue Thunder on top. But Johnny Retlaw, they know they're going to have the truck back together for this round two competition. And speaking of round two, let's go ahead and take a look at our bracket setup. And right here, kicking things off, USA 1 will take on Midnight Rider. Then Dragonoid will take on Rage. Then we're going to see Bounty Hunter take on Air Force. And to close out round two action, Black Stallion takes on Excalibur. Now up first here in round two, Jalen Buford from Outlaw Motorsports bringing the old USA 1 Chevrolet back to the start line. Now set to take on an old teammate, Justin Lamb and the Midnight Rider, who looked bad fast in round one, but so did Jalen Buford in the old USA 1 stage in the far lane. These two were former teammates. Now they're out here in round two on Thunder. One of them's going on to semifinals. Who's it going to be? USA 1 takes on Midnight Rider. Here's the green light. Jalen got him up the line. Justin Lamb's in trouble trying to come back and does. He passes USA 1 in the end. Jalen Buford got a little out of shape coming across that last set of cars, and he gave all the rights there to Justin Lamb and Midnight Rider. We'll see him back in semifinal competition. A tough break for the old USA 1. And next up, Aaron Church bringing back the Dragonoid to the starting line, a former one-time Thunder champion back when he drove Gravedigger. He is now set to take on Rudy Zilligy, the rookie sensation, taking MTA by storm. Outlaw Motorsports has provided him with an incredible piece of equipment in Rage, which is staged over there in the far lane. Aaron Church looks strong in round one with an incredible save. Who goes on to semis? Rage and Dragonoid now down the straight stretch. Rudy Zilligy's got a lead on him in Rage. Dragonoid's in trouble, and Zilligy gets the win in the Rage machine. We're going to see him back in semifinal competition, and I guess you could say there's a little bit of rage in the machine. Rudy Zilligy moving on to semifinal competition. Outlaw Motorsports has got to be over the top with this brand new rookie driver. And next up in round two competition, the Iceman, Jeffrey Skipper, former six-time Thunder champion in his Air Force monster truck, now set to take on the Cowboy from Hell, Timothy Cantwell and Bounty Hunter, another representative from Outlaw Motorsports. Bounty Hunter from Toganaxie, Kansas, staged over there in the far lane. And old Timothy Cantwell knows how to get the job done. He's looking for victory number 5 right here tonight. Both trucks staged. Here's the green light. Bounty Hunter got him off the line. Air Force trying to come back, and he's not going to come up with it. Cantwell turns it over in the far lane. He got way out of shape going across that last set of cars. He was making sure he put Bounty Hunter on top. But is he going to be able to come back for semifinals? Let's go down to an MTA replay and try to figure out what happened. Right there off the line, Timothy Cantwell had a lead on Jeffrey Skipper. Watch him right here in no man's land. Kind of lands on the rear tires, kicked the front end way up, and no matter what, he was going across that finish line first. And Bounty Hunter, we're going to see back in semis. But now we're getting an update here, and it looks like Excalibur's coming back to the line, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny Retlaw and the crew have fixed whatever problem it was in that front differential. They're back. And now the bad bow tie that knocked off Rich Wagner in round one. Excalibur will now take on Joey Andrews and Black Stallion, the Ford out of Hagerstown, Maryland. He is driving for K&J Motorsports, and Black Stallion looks strong. He wants to come back after last week's upset in the final round. You know Joey Andrews and K&J Motorsports want to put the Black Stallion Ford on top. But Johnny Redlaw's already knocked off the current champion. Can he knock off Black Stallion here in round one? Ford versus Chevrolet. There's the green light. Andrews got him on the line. Excalibur trying to come back, and Redlaw turns it over. Going across the finish line. A hard crash for Johnny Redlaw and Excalibur. Joey Andrews hanging door handle to door handle with a bow tie in the near lane. I don't even know who won this race, but Johnny Redlaw and Excalibur has had a bad crash going across the finish line. Watch right here off the line. Joey Andrews and Black Stallion got the jump on Excalibur. Watch right here in no man's land. Looks like Redlaw put the hammer down, and the rear tires hit the cars there going across that last jump, flipping the truck end over end, and it almost looked like Redlaw kind of freaked out a little bit and tapped the brakes, sending him end over end. Now the MTA track crew and officials are down there. They're rolling Excalibur back over. That was just a hard crash to watch at so much speed, and it looks like the truck maybe tore up a little bit. Them guys have got some thrashing to do. They're hoping to be back here in semifinals. They have got to get the truck fixed because it looked like Excalibur is your winner by the MTA officials. But now we move on to semifinals. Excalibur is your storyline. Are they going to be able to come back? And semifinals are matching up to be Midnight Rider taking on Rage. Then Bounty Hunter will take on Excalibur if he can make the call. And up first, the rookie sensation from Outlaw Motorsports, Rudy Zilgi and Rage, taking on Justin Lamb, who formerly drove for Outlaw Motorsports in Midnight Rider. Both these guys have got top-notch equipment. Both of them are looking for their very first Thursday Night Thunder Championship. There's a lot riding on this race here in semifinal competition. Rage set to take on Midnight Rider. One of them's going to the finals. Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. They're hanging even up and over no man's land, and Justin Lamb in trouble brings it down. Rudy Zilgi in the far lane didn't cut him any slack. I don't even know who won the race, but look at the near lane. Midnight Rider with an incredible save coming across the finish line. We're going to head back to an MTA replay and try to figure out who won the race. Rudy Zilgi tried to shut it down so hard, he moved the sea container at the shutdown area. Watch right here at the replay. Down the straight stretch they go. Up and over no man's land. Looks like Midnight Rider gets a little out of shape, hits the cars nonetheless, puts it on two wheels, and pulls out the win over Rage by a nose. Midnight Rider is in the finals. But the storyline here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Excalibur, after that hard rollover, the crew is down there thrashing. They've told us the truck can run this semifinal race. We're going to find out if it's at 100%, which I doubt, but they are set to take on Timothy Cantwell and Bounty Hunter. Johnny Redlaw, who had that hard rollover there in round two. Excalibur is at the line. Whether or not he's at 100%, we're about to find out. Redlaw knows he's got his hands full trying to knock off Bounty Hunter here in semifinal competition with a hurt truck nonetheless after that rollover in semifinals. Who meets Midnight Rider in the finals here tonight? Excalibur taking on Bounty Hunter. Ford and Chevrolet. There's the green light now. Down the straight stretch, Cantwell's got a lead on him. Up and over no man's land. And Timothy Cantwell making quick work of Excalibur, who didn't cut him any slack. Redlaw gave that truck all he had there coming across that last set of cars, but Bounty Hunter does indeed move on to the finals. And with Bounty Hunter already in the top position in the overall points championship chase for the June season, win or lose here tonight, Bounty Hunter is guaranteed to stay in that number one position going into week 4 of the June season. But ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the finals. Bounty Hunter takes on an old teammate right here in Justin Lamb, Midnight Rider, who's been very consistent here tonight. Timothy Cantwell and Bounty Hunter rolled the truck over earlier tonight. He is back in action, knocking off Excalibur in that last round. Who is going to claim the championship win right here tonight to close out week 3 of the June season? Justin Lamb and Midnight Rider has never won out here on Thursday Night Thunder before. He is ready to claim his first championship win. Timothy Cantwell and Bounty Hunter, a former 4-time Thunder champion. He's looking for victory number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, Midnight Rider, Bounty Hunter, it's showtime here on Thunder now down that straight stretch. Bounty Hunter's holding a slight lead up and over no man's land, and Justin Lamb came back in the end. Got a little out of shape and went over the Jersey wall, but I do believe that Justin Lamb has just outran Bounty Hunter going across the finish line. He may have just picked up his first Thursday Night Thunder Championship over Timothy Cantwell and Bounty Hunter. We are going down now to an MTA replay and try to figure out who got the win. Right here off the line, the lead goes to Bounty Hunter right out of the gate. Justin Lamb and Midnight Rider in the far lane trying to play catch up, and it looks like he does. Hits that last set of cars that shot him off to the right, and he does cross the finish line first, and Midnight Rider is your winner over Bounty Hunter. And ladies and gentlemen, please help me in congratulating Justin Lamb and Midnight Rider on your first Thursday Night Thunder Championship victory. And a big win for Justin Lamb and Midnight Rider. But now let's look at your overall point standings for the June season at the latter half of the bracket. High Roller, Dragonoid, and Avenger and Monster Mutt hold the gate closed. But as we jump over to the top half, the biggest improvement here tonight, Justin Lamb and Midnight Rider now tied with Timothy Cantwell and Bounty Hunter with 140 points for the overall points lead. Rudy Zilligy and Rage in third place with 125, followed by Wild Hair and USA 1 tied at fourth and fifth place with 120 points. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll wrap up week 3 of the June season right here on Thursday Night Thunder. Thank y'all for coming out and watching the show with us. Be sure, if you haven't already, crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road. See you next week.
Standing tall up in victory lane, I done brought the pain and now they screaming my name. Yeah, everybody saw me rock the place. Now there's flashbulbs are popping and mics in my face. Always giving the crowd what they need. Now they're wearing my shirts front row to nosebleed. Now the crowd forms is what it's all about. Signing autographs until the lights out. Yeah, it's about that. It's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that.